you've been around me for 25 years. The last 25 years as I've talked about blue zones. And I'm wondering what I've brought back and talked about in my books or in the Netflix documentary series that really resonate with you guys, or if you've changed the way you eat or realized anything about my work. I've never asked you this question, but I'm really interested if any of it resonates or is useful to you.
I think we've gradually turned to, well, I have a huge vegetable garden and do a lot of canning. So we have a lot of vegetables, naturally have a lot of vegetables all year long. But
I think
we've shifted.
Your lifestyle has emphasized some of our behavior because we do have vegetarian meals.
Yeah.
And we have had, but not when your kids were home because we felt you needed the protein and you needed this and that. Not on Fridays. You had to have tuna fish.
The fish casserole.
Yeah.
You know, one of the great discoveries in blue zones is the importance of having a garden. Gardens are a source of daily physical activity. You have to water them, weed them, harvest them, at a certain point plant them. It's stress relieving, and you emerge from the activity with vegetables that you presumably you're going to eat. And one of the things I admire about you, Dad, you know, I'll get up and you've already been up for 2 hours, already been to the garden. I wonder if you think, independent of what I just told you, if you think the garden helps explain the fact that you're 90 and so healthy right now.
Well, I think you have to have a passion in your life, and my passion is growing, and not necessarily ending up with a product, but trying to learn along the way. I just, for instance, discovered that I plant after all these years of planting, and that's probably 75 years that I've been planting gardens. I plant my tomatoes too close to each other.
Who knew?
Yeah, so they don't produce quite as well if they're spread apart. I had a couple of plants left over this spring, so I fit them in a spot I had in my garden, and the spot was bigger than I normally would for 6 tomato plants. And they're the ones that are just booming and growing away. But again, I've had that passion all of my life, and I think Dolly has passion too in terms of your card playing and your friends. She probably has more friends than anybody I know. It's starting to.
They're dying
starting
off.
to notice it because they're starting to die it off. So it's harder to find a group of Bridge for 8, but still.
Yeah. I remember your 70th birthday. We had a party for you, and you said, just invite my close friends. And we had 103 people and a mariachi band for your 70th.
I remember. But I think this morning's a perfect example. A kindergarten girlfriend called me. I want to be the first one this year, so I'm calling you a day early to wish you happy
82
birthday.
years later, the kindergarten friend called.
Yep.
What is the secret to having friends, to being such a good friend and creating 80-year-long friendships as you've done?
Somebody I know says, well, he don't call me, I'm not going to call him. Well, I have a girlfriend from high school. She doesn't call me. I call her. Oh, I've been waiting for you to call. Well, why don't you call me? I don't have anything to say, but I know when I do, I'll call you.
So you calling people.
I reach
just letting them know
them.
You're thinking of them.
Yep. I think that's important.
You're also a good card writer.
And I like to play cards.
No, I mean writing cards.
Yes, yeah.
Like birthday cards. You remember people. Yeah.
But playing cards is important too. And having subgroups of friends. The friends I traveled with, we had a traveling group that at one time there was 42 of us. And we went all over the world.
So these aren't Facebook friends. These are friends that you...
No, not Facebook friends.
That you actually travel with.
And I still see them minimum once a month, a core of that group.
Tell us about cards. Tell us about who they are and how often you play and how that connects you.
Well, we play bridge, and I think bridge you got to think a little more on, and I think that keeps your brain sharp. We play 500, and we play Texas Hold'em, only for nickels, though. And $10 depression poker playing, you can only lose $10, and you can play for nothing.
And you play regularly, right? Is it every week or every month?
Every month.
You know, one of the other things I admire about you, Mom, is that you go help out the old folks.
Yeah.
Every Tuesday, you go and volunteer. And a lot of these people are actually younger than you.
I know, that really hit me when I found that out. You're only that old? Oh, you look good for your age.
Why do you still do that? You don't make any money. You're older than most of them. It's not.
I love it. I love it. I just love going over and seeing them. And you know what I do?
And you go to a retirement home, right?
I take their hands and how are you today, Raj? I don't think some of them even get, no, they don't say that. I think there's some that don't get touched ever. So I make sure, man or ladies, I just, John, how are you? I haven't seen you for a week. And I enjoy the people that do it with me. And the head of the volunteers, I've made a friend with her. I've made a friend with another teacher.
I get this idea to reverse engineer longevity, and I literally travel to the farthest reaches of the earth to find what really works for longevity is having a sense of purpose, is finding a good social network, of having a partner, of volunteering, of having a faith, of growing a garden. And then I come home and I realize this is exactly what my mom and dad have been doing all along. And I think there's this great line where you never really discover your home until you travel around the world and find out that it was there all the time. And I realize that some of these things that I've observed and found the science that underpins it are things that I do naturally. Why? Because you taught me, and you didn't teach me by saying, do this. I mean, I'm just now learning how to garden and realizing the great joy of having a garden. Dad, you've never pushed gardening on me. I've asked you to kind of help me, and you kind of patiently help me build my raised beds. And year after year, you sort of teach me the fundamentals of gardening, though my tomatoes are too close to each other, thanks to you. But otherwise, my beets are just raging right now. My beets are growing great. I guess it's just, saying publicly that you guys have been my greatest Blue Zones teacher, and also to say publicly thank you. And I don't know if we thank our parents enough for the gifts they've given you, not only for taking 16, 18 years to raise you, but also the hard-learned lessons that they pass on. And I've been fortunate to be given lessons that really have made my life better and longer, and I have you to thank for it. So if you like that clip, there's a lot more where that came from. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell so you won't miss our new videos as they come out each week.